Hi, my name is Andres Mena, and I am from the band Meno. You're watching a critical recording session brought to you by Brothers Collective. Now I see you're not like me, 'cause I meant everything I said. Now I see there's nothing more that I believe that seems to hang with you by your thread. I'm just at a loss of words, and you come undone without saying a word. You're just gone. Come undone without saying a word, without saying a word. You're just a ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, 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 da-da-da-da. The flesh is weak, it is plain to see. The thoughts of us are running through my mind, but I can't lie, pretend I don't care anymore, and run those conversations into buys. I'm just at a loss of words, and you come undone without saying a word. You're just gone. You come undone without saying a word, without saying a word. You're just a ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, ta-da-ta-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, 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 ta-da-ta-da. Come undone without saying a word. You're just gone. You come undone without saying a word, without saying a word. You're just gone. Ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Hello, Andres. You have a very particular band name. Can you elaborate on the name of your band?
Well, the way it really started like a solo project, I guess, and that's why the name is kind of funny sounding, because when I was going to high school back in South America, I had a my first friend in high school switched my last name in order for in order I mean for him in his mind, for it to sound more masculine, because my last name is Mena. So he said to me one day, he said, "Listen, I'm not gonna call you that because people are gonna think that we got something going on. Sounds like too much like Nena, which means baby girl." And he switched it to a no. He called me Meno. And since he was my first friend in high school, and he people would hear him call me Meno, people started to assume that was my last name. and that became my nickname. And when I started this project, it was just me. As a matter of fact, the first website I think I had was called Just Meno or something like that. And it evolved into a full blown band. And when I asked the guys if they wanted to change the name or come up with something that would be representative of the sound, they told me no, to stick with it. So I just stayed with my nickname, which is how people call me, Meno.
Talking about the sound, what are your musical influences? How would you describe your music?
Well, I think it's a mixture of a lot of things related to rock and jazz. I grew up with a lot of the classic rock in my house. My mom was really big into the Police, and I definitely have a huge influence of the Police in my playing and writing. My brother, which is the guitar player of the band, he also comes from the same background, but he went more of a heavy rock metal uh, direction later on in his life, and he actually bleeds that into the sound. So I guess I'm trying to be this songwriter music, and I add all this funk and fun elements, and my brother adds the rock edge. I that's probably the best way I can describe it. And then we've had some members come in and out of the band, and they've added their sound. You know, we had a Brazilian keyboardist for years, and he added this. I guess you could call it Brazilian swag to the rhythm that we kind of stuck with. And the drummers, we also had a few. And our current drummer is from Venezuela, and he has this particular way of playing that has to do a lot with his background as well, from being from that country.
Great. So, how long have you been playing and singing?
Me, well, I first started just singing when I was a kid. My first love with music was, just singing, and I cannot honestly I can't remember when I didn't love music. I've thought about this question quite a bit. My grandfather was a musician. My dad's a musician. My uncle's a musician. My brothers are musicians. So in my house, music was was a standard. It was happening all the time, and I cannot remember when I wasn't singing or playing. But I didn't pick up the bass until I was a teenager, and I didn't start writing songs until then too. I started first just writing poems, and then it evolved into me trying to come up with my own songs.
You performed a song for us today. Can you describe the history of the song? What inspired it?
Uh, well, the song is called "You're Just Gone," and the song is about a relationship that I had a long time ago, and is this particular person. Um, I thought we were doing fine. I really had this impression that the relationship was doing okay, and then one day she just up and left, and so I didn't have a chance to tell her how I felt about it, and she never told me why either. So I really wanted to say some negative things to her because I was upset, but instead of saying some negative things, I just kind of say you're just ba-da-da-da-da-da. I don't really tell her anything negative, but it's just about that. I guess you could say that feeling of impotence of what happened. I thought everything was okay, and the song is kind of catchy. We've been playing it for a couple of years now, and yeah, after I wrote it, basically it. It's just like a very simple song about someone just leaving for no reason.
Going back to South America, where do you feel your music has a bigger impact? In here in the States or in South America?
Well, I have to say that due to internet, I think the music of the band, the music I write, has like little tiny niches all over the world. I have emails that I receive from Europe, and believe it or not, for some reason, Philippines also have like fans from the Philippines, which is actually kind of cool. But when I go to South America, there's something really cool that happens. It's kind of like the I wouldn't say the prodigal son, but something like that comes home. And every time that I go, I have a great response. I can remember this particular time. I got invited to do a show at this venue in the beach, a very popular beach in Ecuador. And when I first started playing, there was about 20 people at the venue. And by the time the show was done, we had 300 plus people. And it's all people sitting on the beach, and they had lighters and stuff, and it was great. So I think every time I go to South America, it kind of has a I don't know, more like a re-energizing moments that happen because I'm back to where I was born, back to where I was raised, and I feel like there's some kind of welcome home, my son feeling of the people. Here in the United States, we play around, we do quite a few shows, and we have a good crowd too that comes out, but. There's also, I guess you could say, a big saturation of bands going on and great talent too. So I would say it's a little harder to stand out from the crowd in the United States.
Great. So let's talk about your current projects. I know you're part of UNE, and you've been doing some local shows on your own, creating, not only playing, but you've been creating shows not only for your band, but for other artists. Can you elaborate a little bit more on what you're currently doing?
Yeah, well, the idea of that is basically also what Brothers Collective is doing as well, and I embrace people being awake to that reality. Is I think in Miami the you could really just call it the music talent or really artist talent in general is awesome. I think there's amazing talent in Miami. I think the what really has happened in Miami is there's been some kind of a abuse, I guess I could use the word of the way that artists, some without saying any names, some people and places and venues have just figure out a way for them to really win every single time they do these shows, and the performers don't. And I've done my fair share of events here in Miami with organizers and whatnot and venues that I've really walked out with a bad taste in my mouth. So I decided I was going to start organizing my own events, and being selective of the events that I participate in because of that. Because I really feel that if you want to really polish a system, you have to stop complaining and start doing something. I think when I first saw Brothers Collective doing this online, I also got really happy because it means that there's like-minded people out there. And we started getting together these musicians that I know, being around for a while and also working in where I work. I know a lot of musicians, and we started organizing these events. And I came up with a little name, called it Underground Miami Entertainment. So to say that it wasn't Andres organizing the events, but it was a little company, and we started to do these songwriter events, and we started having live painting and whatnot. We did 3 of them so far at the House of Rock, where also Brothers Collective has done some shows, and it's kept on growing. We started also a radio, radio305.com, and we started bringing in performers, artists, and whatnot, and interviewing them, asking what they're doing, just kind of to raise awareness of the talent that we have here in Miami, because we have tons, man. And I think they just need more platforms to take off, because they have everything that they need. To name a few, I think, for example, Josephine La Pipa is amazing, and I think more people should know about her.
Definitely. She was here in the earlier session.
Oh yeah, I saw that video. She's awesome, man. I really think that, but she's not the only one. There's so many, Brian Dontoro also has done events with you guys, and there's so many awesome musicians that are here in Miami, and I think people need to know. People need to know there's more things to Miami than just scene,
I agree.
That's it, basically.
Let's see, we're on a happy note. You have a very interesting shirt. Can you give us some knowledge about your shirt?
This shirt, This shirt is this shirt's supposed to be me. I have the privilege of of dating an amazing artist. Her name is Anya Polonsky, and I've always compared myself to a bear. I think a bear is an amazing creature, and so she started calling me Bear as well when we started dating. And one day she just grabbed a black shirt that I bought, and using a bleach pen made this bear on it. So this is actually not painted on it, it's a bleach. So, and I kind of, this is her signature right there. So I kind of keep it close to me, and I don't wear it that much, because it's a piece of art that I'm actually wearing on. Definitely. And also I guess it's like my good luck charm as well, The events that we do sometimes, she paints on them, and if you want to see like some visual art that'll blow your mind, you definitely gotta check one of those out.
Definitely. Well, Andres, it's been a pleasure having you here, and hopefully we can do some shows together soon.
I'm sure we will, man. Thanks again. Thanks for having me, man. And best of luck to this movement. Best of luck to the Brothers Collective. And God bless, man.
Thank you.